it's been a long time since I've done a video up here. I've taken my eye off the ball, as I thought that I would be moving away from Reading in the next couple of months, actually, over to Devon. So I just kind of given up on the plot. Long story short, that's no longer happening. So over the last couple of weeks, I've had to pull my finger out, get the plot back under control, and get stuff in the ground. And fortunately, things are looking pretty good. I'm really pleased with how we're doing up here. Most of the new stuff, the Brussels sprouts and the broccoli, the sweet corn and the beetroot, the carrots and the leeks, are all plug plants bought from the local garden centre. I really hope I'm not going to have to net this stuff over. But I don't mind that. That's not very expensive, and this has been really easy to just weed out the beds and then stick this stuff in. Over here, my potatoes, which I haven't spent a penny on. Potatoes, I did spend money on fresh compost because I'd used the same compost for the last 2 years. But the potatoes are all saved from last year. They're all red potatoes of various varieties. We haven't had a late frost this year, so I have high hopes for these. My onions, I've just recently, yesterday in fact, transplanted some beetroots because they're looking okay. Butternut, which I grew from seed, I've made a big old boo-boo putting up my cucurbits a bit early, and most of them have been eaten, so I'm a bit gutted. I thought I was going to do really well with those this year, but the melons and squashes have all been eaten right out of the ground, so that's a bit disappointing. What is a bit more positive, is parsnips are coming through now. That's good. My garlic's all looking really healthy. Strawberry beds, I mean, you can't go wrong with strawberries. They're so easy. These are all netted now on this bed. Blueberries, most of my blueberries survived. All but one survived the winter. And this is Locinera honeyberry. This is now 4 years old, I think. So this is really taken root now. Over here, here we go. Yeah, so starting to see this stupid iPhone doesn't focus. I don't know what's the matter with it. Gooseberries are coming along nicely. So are some of my currants. Unfortunately, I lost about half of this black currant. You can see down here, the stump was part of this was a stupid camera. Big part of the plant died, so I lost half of that. As we come around, my trees are really haven't done very well at all. I wouldn't say they're dead, but look at this. This is absolutely terrible. So I don't know, it's some sort of disease, or they were underwater for quite a long time, the last couple of months. So I think they just have suffered. This one isn't quite as bad, but it's it's not good at all. But on the whole, feeling pretty positive. Although I've lost at least one of my sprouts, two of my sprouts, one of my sprouts, one of the broccolis, and it looks like I'm going to lose more in the next couple of days. That's annoying. Unfortunately, it's just a numbers game. You put stuff in the ground, you net it over, You look, more's been eaten. More have been eaten. That was a melon. That's been eaten. It's a numbers game. Stick as much stuff in the ground as you can and hope for the best. I don't use any pesticides. I don't use any pellets or anything like that. I don't think you can actually use pellets anymore. So you know, you just take your chances. In the polytunnel, this is garlic that I planted last autumn, and it's just awesome. Really, really pleased with those. Although now they're taking up too much space. So when we get to the end of the year, I'll do this again, but I'm going to do a single row up the back there and a single row up the back there, so they're out of the way. Other than that, polytunnel's not looking too bad. I've already had to replace some stuff in here because my smaller chilli plants were just eaten by what I don't know. So I've bought chilli plants this year to supplement some of the others. This gherkin's doing really well. It's already flowering. Yeah, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. And then out front, I've got some Marzano tomatoes, interspersed with some celery, which is these things at the front, and then marigolds to make it look pretty. And they're only small now, but these marigolds will go absolutely bonkers later in the year. Adding a splash of colour, and also they apparently keep the aphids away, but I have them more for colour. And this is my third sowing of broad beans, and they've survived, so that's good, although mostly survived. Anyway, that's the first plot update of the year. Catch you later.